You may have heard that Angela Rayner was in the news quite a bit this week about her stamp duty saga, which is a perfect example of how property, trusts and tax rules can turn into a real-life brain teaser even for a seasoned politician. My name is Jack Reeves and welcome back to this week's episode of Tax Tidbits, where under stamp duty rules, a surcharge applies when you buy an additional home. Now, the story was that Rayner purchased a Hove apartment in May 2025 while her family home had been transferred to a trust for her son, so she didn't pay the surcharge on the Hove purchase because she believed she didn't own another home since it was in trust. However, what she supposedly didn't know is that parents are treated as owning property held by a child in a trust, meaning the surcharge on additional dwellings should have applied. She has since stepped down from her position in government over all the controversy. The takeaway from this is that you should always get proper advice on tax affairs, ask the right questions and write everything down, because even when you think you're doing everything by the book, tax law has a way of reminding you that it loves a plot twist. Imagine a world where the government hands young people a tidy cash boost to kickstart their lives. This could cover a deposit on a house, a new business venture, or even some time off to raise a child without immediately dipping into your own savings. That's the idea behind the Citizens Advance, a new policy proposal that aims to give a lump sum equal to a year's state pension, around £12,000, in exchange for delaying when you can claim your state pension by a year. You'd also need at least 10 years of national insurance contributions under your belt. This idea is currently being developed independently by the Social Market Foundation, so nothing is confirmed yet, but what do you think? Is it a clever idea? The FCA is proposing to lift or even remove the £100 limit on contactless card payments, meaning shoppers could soon pay for big supermarket shops, meals out or other high-value purchases with just a flick of the wrist. The move would bring cards more in line with smartphone wallets like Apple and Google Pay, which already have no limits. While the proposal promises convenience and faster transactions, it does make you wonder if thieves will get more creative, though banks would still be liable for any losses and could still let customers set their own contactless limits. Most people actually like the £100 cap, but the FCA says lifting it could save time, keep up with rising prices, and maybe even give the economy a little nudge, all while making paying at the till feel a lot like magic. Rachel Reeves is putting the squeeze on ministers' access to the Treasury's £9 billion emergency fund ahead of her November budget, telling departments they can only dip in if they've already maximised their savings and they'll have to pay it back. Her goal with this is to get borrowing under control, stick to the spending limits set back in June, and show markets and MPs that they're not just throwing money around. With everything going on with the economy at the moment, Reeves has a tricky balancing act to boost growth while meeting her self-imposed borrowing rules, and without raiding corporate coffers or overspending on debt repayments. As a reminder, these rules are to cover day-to-day costs through tax by 2030 and reducing debt relative to national income. Basically, she's trying to make sure everyone in government lives within their means ahead of the budget. Trade unions are giving the government a friendly but firm warning not to mess with the upcoming Employment Rights Bill, which would give workers better protection against dodgy zero-hour contracts and unfair dismissals. With Angela Rayner gone and key ministers shuffled around, unions worry the bill might get slow-walked or quietly watered down to keep businesses happy. Unions are emphasising that stronger, secure employment will benefit workers employers and the wider economy. The Employment Rights Bill is due to become law in the next few weeks, so time will only tell if the government will listen to these warnings. That's the wrap for today's instalment of Tax Tidbits. I hope you have enjoyed this week's news highlights. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and join us again next Thursday for our next episode.